Good morning, sixth grade math students. It's Miss Richardson here. I hope everyone's doing well, ready for a new week of virtual learning. This is for September, 14th through 18th. Hopefully you guys are finding your way around all your Canvas courses. You guys are staying on top of all of your assignments. You're figuring out how your teacher formats things so that it's easy for you to find what you need to find and submit assignments and send communications. So I'm sure we have a few more kinks to work out, but hopefully we're getting better every day. All right, so let's look at what you guys are going to be doing this week in your math class. Give me just 1 second, please. All right, here we go. I think I found it. All right, so I've decided that it might be a little easier if I go ahead and put dates next to everything I can date. Some of the things it won't let me edit, like this mid-module check, it would not let me edit this at all. But since it's under the one that says mid-module check, September 15th, hopefully you realize I need you to do those on the same date. So for this week, of course, my page looks a little different than yours. You are going to have a decimal review. So last week you added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided decimals. So I wanted to give you just another day on all of those operations. So I found this fun little sheet. Let me open it for you. I know some of you can print, some of you can't, but probably the best thing to do is to print it if you can. If not, you'll have to write down the answers and figure out what the coded title is on a piece of paper. All right, so we have this crazy looking picture. You are going to decode the title of the picture. So what you're going to do is you're going to answer each of the problems, find your answer in the appropriate answer column. So if your answer is 32.25 for letter F, I'm just saying that it's not, it probably isn't. Then you're going to look for the double stars up here, and you would write F. If 32.25 is the answer to F, you're going to write an F here under those double asterisks. I think that's what those are. It says each time this symbol appears in the code, write the letter of the exercise above it. So when you get your answers, find all of those symbols. Write the letter that goes with that particular problem and the answer, write them up here. So once you've completed all these problems, so first of all, don't use a calculator. Secondly, sometimes it's hard to tell an addition symbol and a division because they're so close. So I went ahead and added, if it's addition, I wrote the word add. These division problems down here, I just don't want you to think those are addition problems. Same thing here. Here's a plus symbol here, but on letter L, that's a division symbol. So I made it as clear as I could for you guys. But once you're done with all of the problems and you have the coded title, which should make sense, it shouldn't be like jumbled words. It should be something that makes sense to you. You are going to hit submit. Now my page looks different than yours. You're going to hit submit and you are going to type the coded title and submit the coded title. So I know that if you got the coded title right, then all of your answers are correct. So that's how I'm going to grade that assignment once you submit your coded title. So that's just a review. That's a review of all of your operations with decimals. So that is for Monday. So Monday the 14th. So then Tuesday, I suggest that you do your mid-module check. So everything we've done so far in the last 2 weeks will be covered under this mid-module check. Now this is worth 30 points. A lot of your other assignments are worth 10 or 20. So this is more like a quiz, okay? Don't use a calculator in this first unit, please. So that would be for Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, you're dividing fractions. So dividing fractions. You're going to keep it, change it, flip it. Have you guys heard that before? So if you have 1/2 divided by 2/3, you're going to keep the first fraction, change the division symbol to multiplication, flip the second problem. In fact, you know what? I think I'll get out my tablet and do a few problems for you. So you're going to divide fractions on Wednesday, excuse me. And then Thursday and Friday, I'm giving you guys 2 days to do these division with mixed numbers. So those can be a little bit more challenging. All right, so let me go ahead and bring up my whiteboard and let's do a few division problems. Let me get set up here. So if you're dividing with fractions, the good thing about multiplying and dividing with fractions is you do not have to have common denominators like you do when you're adding and subtracting. For example, let's say I have 1/2 divided by 3/4. All right, who likes Kentucky Fried Chicken? Me. All right, so we're gonna kind of think of Kentucky Fried Chicken a little bit, but we're gonna think of the letters keep it, change it, flip it. So it's not exactly KFC, but it's KCF, Kentucky Chicken Fried. We'll think of it that way. So this is going to help you remember how to divide fractions. So this tells you to keep the first fraction, change the sign to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction. We're going to find the reciprocal of 3/4, which means we're simply flipping it. So we're going to keep the first fraction, change division to multiplication, flip the second fraction. Instead of 3/4, we're going to do 4/3. And then we can multiply straight across. So 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. However, if you look at those two numbers, you think, oh, those are even numbers. That means they're both divisible by 2. So we're going to always simplify our answers by dividing by their greatest common factor. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's our best answer. Now, I simplified after I multiplied. You can actually simplify before you multiply. So you can simplify up and down if possible, which these can't be simplified up and down, or you can simplify diagonally. So 1 and 3 don't have any common factors. Besides 1, that doesn't help us. But 2 and 4 both have a common factor. We can divide 2 and 4 by 2. That's what I'm going to do. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now when we multiply straight across, we're simply getting 1 times 2, which is 2. And 1 times 3, which is 3. So do you notice I have the same answer as I did here? I just kept my numbers smaller than on the first problem because I simplified before I multiplied. So you can always do that. All right, so let's do a couple more. Let's do 4/5 divided by, let's do, I don't know, 7/12. All right, so what do we think of? Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kentucky Chicken Fried, keep it, change it, and then we're gonna flip it. Flip the second fraction, never the first fraction, only the second fraction. All right, so we're gonna see, oh, okay, well, let's see. Can I simplify up and down? Can I make these numbers smaller? Nope. What about diagonally? Can I divide 4 and 7 by the same number? Nope. 5 and 12? Nope. So I just have to use what I have. So I'm gonna multiply straight across. So 4 times 12 is 48. And 5 times 7 is 35. Well, what do I got here? I have an improper fraction. So we can't leave it like that. We have to turn it to a mixed number. So we turn improper fractions into mixed numbers by dividing the top number by the bottom number. In other words, we're dividing the numerator by the denominator. So how many times will 35 go into 48? Well, 2 is too much, so only one whole time. Only one whole time, and 1 times 35, excuse me, 1 times 35 is 35. I'm going to subtract, and my remainder becomes my numerator. So 8 minus 5 is 3, 4 minus 3 is 1. So my numerator is my remainder, 13. And my denominator stays the same. So 1 and 13 over 35. That is my answer. All right, let's look at another one, and then I want you guys to try a couple by yourselves. All right, so let's do 4/5 divided by 1/3. So we're going to keep it, change it, flip it. Can we simplify up and down or diagonally? Nope. So we're going to multiply straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 1 is 5. That's an improper fraction. The numerator is bigger than the denominator. So we're going to divide. How many times will 5 go into 12? It'll go 2 full times. So our whole number is 2 because it goes 2 whole times with how many left over? The answer is 2. Our remainder becomes our numerator and our denominator doesn't change. So 4/5 divided by 1/3 is 2 2/5. All right, so I'm going to write 2 problems. I want you guys to try them. And then I want you to pause the video, try them on your own, and then come back and check your answer. So let's try 1/4 divided by 2/3. And then let's try 4/7 divided by, I don't know, how about 14/21? All right, you guys pause the video and then come back and check. And I'm gonna have a swig of my coffee. Delicious. Okay, let me see what you guys got. So we're gonna keep it, change it, flip it. Can we simplify up and down diagonally? Nope. We're gonna multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. And that's simplified. And we're done. Yay, that was easy. The second one, we're gonna multiply. What am I saying? We're gonna keep it, change it, flip it. Now this one, if you multiply straight across, that's fine. You're gonna get big numbers. So I'm gonna try to simplify before I multiply. So I know 4 and 14 are both divisible by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. I also know that 21 and 7 can both be divided by 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. Now I can multiply straight across. I get 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 7 is 7. And that's the answer. Awesome, I hope you guys got it right. Now we're gonna look at what you're gonna do on Thursday and Friday. We're going to divide mixed numbers. For example, let's do 2 3/4 divided by 1/2. Oh, my watch just went out. All right, so you cannot divide mixed numbers. You have to turn them into, where did you come from? Go away. Oh my goodness. Go away. All right, you cannot divide mixed numbers. You have to turn them into improper fractions. So how do we turn them into improper fractions? We're going to go around the world. We're going to multiply 4 times 2, and then we're going to add 3. We're multiplying, and up here at the top, we're adding. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Do it again. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, and our denominator stays the same. So 2 3/4 becomes 11/4 divided by 1/2. Now that it's an improper fraction, it's no longer a mixed number, we're going to keep it, change it, and then flip it. All right, if we simplify this way, we can divide 2 and 4 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now we multiply straight across. 11 times 1 is 11, and 2 times 1 is 2. Whoop, we can't leave our answer as an improper fraction. So, oops. We are going to divide the numerator by the denominator. Top dog in the house. Top dog in the division house. Top dog in the house. All right, how many times will 2 go in 11? 5 times, because 5 times 2 is 10. So our whole number is 5. And then when we subtract, we get a remainder of 1. So our whole number is 5, our remainder is 1, and our denominator stays a 2. So that is the answer, 5.5. 5.5. All right, let's look at another one. All right, let's do 3 1/4 divided by 2 1/3. All right, we got to change our mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we're going to go around the world. We're going to multiply 4 times 3 and add 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13 over 4. Divided by, we're not ready to keep change flip yet. We're going to do 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And our denominators always stay the same. All right, now we're ready to keep it, change it, flip it. All right, can we simplify up and down? Nope. Can we simplify across? Nope. So we're going to multiply straight across. So 13 times 3 is 39. And then 4 times 7 is 28. Well, that's an improper fraction. So we're going to put the big top dog in the division house, top dog in the house. How many times will 28 go into 39? It'll go exactly one, well, not exactly, but one whole time. Then we're going to subtract. We're going to, 9 minus 8 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. So our answer is 1 and 11 over 28. 1 and 11 over 28. All right, we're doing some math, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna write down 1 and you guys pause me and then come back and check your answer. So I want you guys to try 5.5 divided by 2 2/3. All right, pause me. I'm gonna take a swig of coffee. Ah, delicious. Okay, so I hope you guys tried it on your own. So 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1's 11. Divided by 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, 8/3. So we're going to keep it, change it, flip it. Nothing simplifies diagonally or up or down. So we're going to multiply straight across. We get 11 times 3 is 33. And 8 times 2 is 16. How many times will 16 go into 33? Well, I know that 2 times 16 is 32. So it goes 2 whole times with 1 left over. And there's our answer. I hope you guys got that right. All right, let me stop sharing that. Okay, so this is the 6th grade class. So you guys we have 2 meetings this week. So we have one on, let's see, Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And then we have another one Friday at 10 o'clock. So let me go back to the page one more time. I added a new, let me go to student view. I added a new tab over here on the left side of your screen right here. So if you forget, where is that link? It's under the what do I do this week, but if you forget, you go to Zoom meeting. You can click right here to get straight into the meeting. The password is always Math 6, and it reminds you that we'll meet on Tuesday at 1 and Friday at 10. Okay, so don't forget, write that in your calendars. You guys need to be very organized to be a very successful virtual student. You gotta be organized. So you have a calendar, write all this stuff down in there, and then refer to it throughout the week. All right, you guys, well, that's all I have. Oops, I'm trying to stop sharing this. There we go. So that's all I have for you right now. So I will meet with you guys on Tuesday. If you need me before then, definitely let me know. All right? Everybody have a wonderful week.